All right, guys, here we are once again. Tiny races by Zwfit Insider, starting with turf and surf. Last week, mass start pandemonium. This week, it looks like we're broken back up into categories. So we are in the 700 to 1,000. Bringing out a lot of heavy hitters in this series. One of the best races of the week, definitely one of the hardest. 4 efforts over the course of an hour with minimal break in between. Let's see how we hold up against a massive peloton. And I think race 1 is the only race that we're not going to have elevation necessarily. So it is flat and fast to start. And here we go. Big peloton. So we just want to get up to speed. Wow. A couple people gone off the front. Impressive. We'll just stay with it. Stay on it. No steering in this race. All wattage. Two guys look like they're way off the front. It's only an hour, but it's a long hour. Want to be smart. All right, 1K in, 6.5 to go. A ghost, okay. Trying to be smart. Trying to conserve. Okay. Yeah, there we go. $5K to go. There's Laurent. We are often in races together and often sitting in the same spots. Oh boy. Fast, fast, fast. Okay. Woo. 3.5 in, still 4 to go. A little bit of a gather here. Got some heavy hitters like Duffy Jr. Saw that name pop up. $4K in, 3.5 to go. It's all happening pretty fast. Okay. 3K to go. Okay. $2K. Breathing. Things are going to get serious here. Starting to catch some of the other age groups. Which will be confusing for the finish. Oh man. Oh, wow. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. Struggle to stay top 20 at 4.4. 4.4 watts per kilo. The good news is, it only gets hillier from here. Okay, one done. I mean, that was like 700 meters, 600 meters in the orange numbers for super minor place. Some of the wattage up there is, you know, watts per kilo, just legendary. 359 watts over the course of 10 minutes to finish 19th. Welcome to the bigs. Okay, let's go ahead and close out of here. We're gonna stay here. Holy moly, next race is only 3 minutes and 20 seconds away. Oh yeah. I believe the next one, I think, is Rooftop and Rendezvous. Now, with the lead-in, that's like 2K. And then on the actual course, I believe the top of the hill is 3K-ish. And I think we're set up to do like right around 5K. So I don't think it's a downhill finish. I think the finish will be at the top of the step-up climb off the railway to the rooftops. But we'll see. We'll see if my math skills, my rudimentary basic math skills are even there, and see what the lead-in looks like before we get on to the Rooftop and Rendezvous course itself. But the step-up climb is draftable. You can undulate your power on and off on each step. So you can be smart about climbing it unless and until there are people on the front that are just caning it so hard that that strategy doesn't work. And based on this group, holding 5+ watts a kilo for the victories, I don't know what's gonna happen once we get into this race. Only one way to find out, and that is to race it. It's the only way we're gonna get data on all of this. Oh, so it's not Rooftop Rendezvous, excuse me, it's Railways and Rooftops. I do believe there's a 2+ kilometer lead-in and then about 3K through the course and to the top of the step-up climb. And so I think that's what we're expecting. But expect the unexpected. Got 43 people here. I think that's less, maybe 10 less than the first race. So hopefully we get the stragglers joining soon. All right, guys, here we are. Stage 2, race 2 of 4, tiny races. Brought to you by Zwfit Insider. Railways and Rooftops, which I believe has a lead-in of about 2K. Then we're onto the course, and I think 5.4 kilometers should put us at the top of the climb. Could be wrong, maybe there's a downhill afterwards, but relatively sure it's gonna be all about the climb. Thank goodness. I was Man, am I happy that this ends uphill. Oh, for a second there, I thought it would just be flat and fast. All right, guys, 10 seconds to go. Barely finished top 20 in the first race. Just edged in there. Let's see what we've got. And here we go. Oh, yeah. Boardman of Dragons is here. Got some SRT riders. The Cayenne brothers are here. They always win stuff. Were they in the first race? I feel like they cherry pick from time to time. Those handsome devils. All right. Okay. Oh, we are off to a start here. Wow. Oh. What was that? What was that all about? Seriously. Yeah. That was spectacular. All right. Catch my breath here for a second. This group was ripping it off the start. I just want to rest. That's all. No, that's not happening. There we go. $3K. Okay. Wow. Okay. One K. All right. Come on, TJ. Go, buddy. Okay, 2 races done. 4.4 watts per kilo, good enough for 23rd. Okay. Boardman up there in second. Great rider, Jean Roch. What, he's the #1 rider on Zwift, right? Got a Cayenne up there in 5th. They are legit riders. See them in a few of these races. 363 watts, 4.4 watts per kilo. Good enough for 23rd. Okay, that's actually got 5 minutes to the event. Okay. That feels a little better. Oh gosh. The next one is, what is the next course? I butchered which one this one was going to be. Thought it was Rooftop Rendezvous, but it wasn't. It's railways and rooftops. Okay. Tiny race 3 is fine and sandy. Almost 7 kilometers of fine and sandy. And we're not even going to talk about the last race until it's time. Thinking about that race right now is not going to help. in these Zwift races, they always save the best for last. Always, always, always. Okay, so we've got fine and sandy. 44 people entered. TJ's back, who we finished very close to right there. Jean Roch, the best rider. Laurent, who always finishes well. ARMM, another strong rider. Martino of ESRT. Matthias Walbeck is here. Let's see, Boardman's in the next race. A lot of Dragons riders. Burke and Cayenne are both back for this next one. Man, there's some really good riders here. Really, really, really good riders. TJ, right back at you, man. You were doing great. Let me see if come on. I need my companion app to work for once. There we go. Thanks, man, exclamation point. Great work for you too, period. This is a barn burner today. Okay. Some big numbers being thrown down. That is the understatement of the week, exclamation point. Just such serious talent here. Throwing down massive numbers. They've done it twice so far, and they're showing no signs of letting up. And the courses, in my mind, 3rd and 4th are only going to get harder, not easier, which is wild to think about. But we are halfway through. Who would have thought we'd even make it here? A little over 2 minutes before fine and sandy starts. So yeah. Back to the pen, round 3 of getting my legs ripped off. Indeed. Okay. Got a minute here. These starts have been insane. One of the complicating factors of the finishes is that because these are staggered starts and they're staggered by like a minute, there's overlap of groups at the end, and sometimes it's kind of hard to tell who's where. But really, it's so chaotic, even if the groups didn't mix, it would just be like, put your head down and go in the last kilometer, because that's what everybody else is doing. All right, so we finished what, 19th, 24th, somewhere in there on the 1-2. Getting ready to start race 3. Holy moly. 42 riders in this one. All right, guys, here we are. 1 minute away from starting race number 3 of Tiny Races. Last week I thought was tough. The week before I thought was tough. I will tell you, this one is tougher. There is some serious talent in this pen of advanced riders. There are some serious efforts being made. It has been wild through the first half of this series. We still have 2 races to go. Finished top 20 in the first, top 25 in the second, I believe. Trying to keep that alive as we are setting up for some fine and sandy, which has that corkscrew climb, which is always fun. 10 seconds to go, 7 total kilometers in race 3, and here we go. Man, the starts in the last 2 were insane. I hope that doesn't continue to happen here. I'm hopeful people are like finally a little bit tired. But you never know. I believe we're gonna hit the sand pretty early, hit the corkscrew climb pretty early, so I want to be ready for it. Start is much more reasonable, making me much more nervous. Holy moly. Right into the corkscrew. Right into the meat grinder. Okay. Here we go. It's getting ugly early. Oh no. Okay. I mean, holy moly. Okay. Refocus. We can marvel at that hill climb later. I got you, TJ. Come on, boss. Okay. Okay, someone else's turn. There you go, TJ. Just keep pushing. Okay. Wow. All right, 1.3 to go. TJ, get off the front, let the other guys do some work. Come on. I guess there is steering in this race. My bad. Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay. I mean, from that corkscrew, it was just over. Couldn't latch back on. Just watched him putter off downhill. And I mean, like 5.6, 5.3, 5.1, 4.9, 5.4. Look at the top 5 finishes. I mean, 439, 437, just in raw wattage alone. That is really impressive. Okay, so getting ready for the last one. And I don't think it's fast one. I think it's just last one. And why it's not fast is I believe seed to tree. Is that what it's called? Seed to tree? Let's see. Race 4. 11:45. There we go, 10:45. Sea to tree. 3.8 kilometers. And I'm pretty sure it's just all uphill. So in a second, we're gonna stop, switch bikes, switch wheels, and just get really internal. And just try to put out some decent watts. Definitely faded in this series today. 19th to like 24th, 25th to like 25th, 26th, somewhere in there. So still cracking the top 30. The top 5, the top 10 are just going ludicrous speed. And I have gone to plaid. Okay, what do we got? We should stop now if we're gonna switch up rigs. Okay, let's go to the menu. Let's go to the garage. Let's go to frame. And, oops. Garage, frame. Let's go with the Canyon Evo. Let's go with, yeah. And then we're gonna go wheels. And the wheels we're gonna go NV34, because we like them. Okay, we got our rig. We got 2 minutes, so might as well join the event.
Right on.
Okay. So talk to TJ. Man, comma, these hurt, exclamation point. Alrighty. Got that direct message out there. Oh. All right, 3 races in the bag, 1 to go. Sea to tree. Upsy daisy. As far as I know, these just go up, up, up. All right. All right, guys, here we are for the, there's no blood in my brain. Here we are, tiny race, 4 of 4 by Zwfit Insider. This is Sea to Tree, which I believe is just a bunch of climbing. And we're doing 1 full lap, which means we're doing the course. So it's from the bottom to the top. It's like 100 something meters of climbing in 3 kilometers or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and see how that goes. TJ, gentleman's agreement, let's Z2 group this to the top. I may not have a choice, TJ. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna find out if I got anything other than the Z2 to the top. Got to get very internal here. No one can get you to the top of the hill but yourself. So let's see how that goes. 4 of 4, we made it to the last race, and here we go. The fact we're even starting this last one is a triumph today. Switched up rigs for the first 3 races, was on the Canyon Arrow Road with DT Swiss 60s. I'm now on NV34 and a Cannondale Evo. Oh man, I'm empty. Empty. Right off the bat, going uphill. Zwfit Insider, you are just cruel. Cruel, cruel person. Yeah, guys, we sold it on the first 3. So, you gotta complete them all, no matter what. Okay. Heart rate is up, watts are down. Just surviving. Definitely out of my depths in this race series today. In over my head. Look at all the carnage already. And now we start the climb. Hilarious. Oh, this is gonna take a minute. Oh, I am so Lantern Rouge right now. Oh man. Okay. Look at the winner. 6.1, 6.0, 5.8. Like what? So definitely rode that internally from the start, and took back what, like 9 places on the hill, just because I didn't blow, and finished 30th or 29th. I maintained my placing for most of the event, top 30. So it's just, nobody else's hill climb is going to help you. So nobody's, when it comes to a long uphill like that, it's you versus you. There are very few spots on that hill where you can actually have any meaningful draft. So I don't find a lot of use on that hill in particular, changing cadence and pressure, wattage. So instead, I really do see the benefit of just kind of set it and forget it riding, pushing strong all the way up the hill. And I did that and got back past 9 other riders who gave chase to the front, who are just riding at a level that is very unfamiliar to me. Let's call it unfamiliar. So 4.1 watts per kilo for that, and that includes the lead in and then the hill, so we're probably a little over 4 watts a kilo for the entirety of the hill, which is great. After those 3 efforts, after having my legs just ripped off, after just hoping to finish each race, what a great result for me personally. Now if you open up the leaderboard, you're gonna look at it and go, that's garbage. He started 19th and finished 30th. And I did. You'll also notice that it went from flatter to hillier to hillier to hilliest. And actually the third race wasn't quite as hilly as the second one. It didn't include that step up climb that off of the railways. But that sandy corkscrew climb, I mean, with guys basically sprinting off the front, if you lose contact like I did, and you can't regain that contact down the hill, and I was unable to regain the contact down the hill, that, whew, that is tough. Yeah, let's see what TJ had to say about that race. That stung the legs, but I actually really enjoyed it. The last steep section, I just dug in and emptied the tank. I love that. It's got the right attitude. That is the attitude, exclamation point. Way to get it done, period. The guys who finished first in the last race were over 6 watts per kilo. Like, what? Oh man. Okay. Oh yeah, all right. Oh, I love the race series, guys. If you're looking to improve your fitness, if you're looking to improve your racing skill, this is the way to do it. 4 races, 4 resets, 4 chances. chances to win, place, show, or get dropped. And then no matter what happens, you got to get ready for the next race. So really, as much as this is a physical endeavor, this series is very much mental. And the mind frame and the mindset that you bring to it, that will manifest your results, and you get the results you deserve. You don't always get the ones you want, but you get the ones you've earned and the ones you deserve. So, I got what I deserved. Boy, did I ever. Some of these guys, though, I mean, what am I going to do when they're hitting a hill at 6 watts a kilo? I think my 5 minute is like 5.1 or 5.2, maybe 5.3. It's definitely not over 6. And these guys are just cruising. 6 watts per kilo. Now I'm guessing they're of a little bit of the lighter variety, maybe 70 kg and under. I'm right around 82 and a half, so yeah. TJ's 50 next year. Oh yeah, I'm with you. All right. He's 50 next year, not sure I'm ever getting 6 watts a kilo. TRS, his score improved by 6 points. So he's on his march to 800 by the end of the year. I love this. I've been following TJ of TMP, and he's just got the right attitude. It's just about constant improvement with a goal, right? Every day he's trying to inch closer to that 800 score. That's his goal right now, and he got 6 points closer to it just by racing this race. Just by getting beat up by the best riders. Much like I did today, just getting beat up by the best riders, your score improves. Because you're racing against better guys in harder races, and it's faster. So, no, there's no satisfaction of winning, there's no satisfaction of a podium. I didn't even have a top 10 finish today, let alone 15. The best I did was barely under 20 and struggled the rest of the time to place under the 30 mark. But when you're racing against some of and the best Zwift power scored rider in the game, what do you expect to happen? I've always come from a place of seeking out competition. If you want to be better, you gotta compete against the best. There are some people who are wired differently and they can perform in a vacuum. And generally, I find that those athletes are very data driven, and they find satisfaction in treating themselves like a machine and making improvements to the machinery, collecting all the data, analyzing the data, applying the data. And there are people on one extreme, which is that is their approach. There are people on the other extreme where it's just, they just want to race all the time. And that's where I find myself now. When I was in my peak physical shape, it was a combination of the two, and that was back when I was in my 20s and I was rowing on the US national team and the Olympic team. And it was a combination of wanting to be very, very competitive and wanting that competitive matrix available on the daily, but also tempering it with data and measuring the results. And not just always seeking out a race every day or something competitive to just quench that thirst, but also applying that competitive nature to certain metrics that we're trying to achieve, be it speed-based or heart rate-based or lactate-based, whatever it was. So I've never been fully data. I have been an approach of data and competition, and right now I'm just fully competition because I'm not training for anything other than having fun. And this is fun. I'm in a perpetual grand tour. Every day is the next stage. Tomorrow will be the next stage. Gives you an appreciation for what these guys and girls can do, especially with the Tour de France coming up. You've got to think about, man, day in, day out, with just a few rest days along the way. It does not matter how you feel. It does not matter how you perform the day before. Past performance in a tour setting does not predict. It's not a future indicator of success, and we've seen that in so many different tours where guys crack. And so when you look at the guys at the tippy top, the GC contenders, and you think about what their capacity is to do work day in and day out, it's really something remarkable. Really something remarkable. So I have an even greater appreciation for it as I continue to race Zwift on the daily. I mean, you can probably tell from the way that I was riding and what I was saying, I didn't feel 100% today. I didn't feel amazing. But, okay. You know, one of the things that I've learned in sport is it doesn't have to feel good or perfect or great to be fast and effective. You can feel like garbage and still perform. It's all in your mindset and how you lock in. Now, granted, there are days that the body's just not going to give. But if you don't challenge your body by telling it to do things on the days that you don't feel good, then you'll never know what your true limits are. You'll never have a sense of what you're truly capable of doing on that day. And that changes day to day. And that's why I can get off the bike every day and be like, well, that's all I had. And that is exactly how I'm looking at today. Did I have better finish placing in this race last week? Yes, I believe I did. Were they worse places this week? Yes, I believe they were. But do I felt that I dug deeper and rallied even more to make happen what I made happen today? Yeah, I did. So that's it. That's what I was going to bring today. And this series and these races are just making me better. Better strategically, better with my efficiency, better with my moves, better with my mindset and my willpower. I love this series. It's evil. It's hard. The best guys in Zwift around the world are showing up to race this race. And I think this is the time slot that is extremely competitive. I could be wrong. I mean, this is just the time slot I do. I think there are 3 throughout the day. But there was a pretty good cross-section of the top riders available in the racing today. And I'll go ahead and review Zwift Power and see if I'm just talking nonsense or actually know what I'm talking about. But holy moly. Oh, that's just so much fun. So much fun. All right. We are what? A little over an hour done, 70 minutes since this thing started. Is that right? Something like that. Maybe a few less than that because the advanced group started after the hour. But anyway, it is time to warm down. I am so glad we are on the other side of it. As much as I enjoy that race, I'm glad there's not a 5th or a 6th race in that series. It is nice to have tied that one off and put a pretty little bow on it and stacked it away. So we are done another week. Can't believe it was Saturday again. Seemed like only yesterday that we opened with the leg snapper last week in this series. All right, it is time to warm down. I appreciate you being here, watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. It's awesome. It keeps me going, keeps me honest, keeps me from quitting, keeps me pushing. So I really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support and for the interest in my riding. And I'm very much interested in what you guys are up to. And it's so much fun to be in races like today with TJ and going back and forth and talking about the race and cheering each other on. That is a powerful thing in this Zwift community. Okie dokie. Time to warm down. So, for now, that's all from me.